Um, he's suspended. What's his name?
Spectre. I seen that Spectre's also demoted to PPO.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God! Embedded photos.
Embedded photos, yeah, but it's more the bank records in line are loading multiple subpoenas.
Oh my God, that's sick.
And being able to see like bank records and whatnot and fucking everything. So there's a work in progress build now up. It should be, I'm pretty sure I can make sure it's actually built. Yeah, it's now up if you want to fuck around with it. There might be some performance issues that I need to iron out, but you know, that will come with testing. I just wanted to get it up first initial kind of draft thing.
I love it.
And then I'll work through any feedback that you guys have on it.
Yeah, this is very good.
I think I might make it so you can color code subpoenas when you're in the multi-view so that you can see which subpoena relates to which message that you're actually looking at. Otherwise, it's kind of going to be a little bit difficult. But yeah, that kind of needs to get worked through, but it's an initial thing. It will at least help if you have a phone and call subpoena for someone and loading in bank records to that. But down the road, when you're loading in multiple call and record subpoenas for different people, that's when it might start to get a little bit cooked. But that's the kind of use case that I want to build it towards.
I love this. I love this. So, one thing I want to tell you guys, because, I'm not going to be poaching people to the marshals. All right. And I plan to continue to work with BCSO on investigations. The only thing that's going to change is that marshal reports are not going to just be locked to marshals, but there will be clearances. So in other words, like YouTube would be first on the list, cleared for marshal reports, right? Now, and what that means is like, we know who has access to them. Like, hey, do not share outside of, you know, high command. You know what I mean? So
what about when you're looking into like corruption and stuff?
I ain't doing any of that shit.
I've always thought it should be internal.
That's exactly it. If we find corruption, high command can deal with it. You know what I mean? There's too much. For me, it's like this. Until investigations are in a good place, how the fuck is anyone going to investigate a cult? You know what I mean?
True.
Oh, actually, there was something I wanted to bring up to you. The SOPs for your detective stuff, DTF, like, what do you want to do with that?
In what regard?
So if you go to SOP category, I did, you know, the README, the first one that you made a month ago, the first like SOP report. I changed it from README to SOP like glossary. And then in there we can add everything like CERT, SOPs, all that shit.
How the fuck do you spell glossary? I think
Glossary.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic.
I haven't typed glossary
though.
It's just called standard operating procedures. It's like the first one at the bottom.
Oh.
So
ooh, this is nice.
That was your README file that had just some gibberish in it. I've just made it into like a, you know, this is our SOPs listed, and then they're on the right. You can click them and it will take you to that SOP. But if you go back to SOPs, the one just above that, you have SOPs for Detective Task Force. I can't speak. Brian?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I thought you stopped talking.
Your Detective Task Force one. The one just above that?
Yeah.
What are you doing with this? What's going to happen with this?
Oh, like if I go to the marshals?
Yeah, either or.
I don't know really. So, context. I don't want you guys to get scared with what I'm about to say, but you have the right to know this. Fred wanted to take over all investigations for both departments.
That doesn't surprise me.
He wants the LSPD to take them over?
Correct.
That's a terrible idea.
Frost and Angel shut him down. He's concerned who's going to lead it. He's concerned I'm going to poach everyone from BCSO that's a detective, among other things. But it's just cook pred shit.
No offense, but I would rather gouge my eyeballs out than become a marshal. Not because being a marshal is like a bad thing. It's just that, you know, I love like investigating and all that shit, and you guys have like a bunch of cool stuff. It's just that I want to be BCSO.
There it is. So I think the reason I bring that up is not to scare you guys, but rather, I think DTF, in my opinion, was the way to get individual officers or whatever investigating what they want to do with a way to communicate it up to high command. Everyone knows who's working on what's being worked on. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't got to be more complicated because everyone's got any more than that, and it's ACDC is going to kick in. However, it's being like revisited possibly again. It's like anything, right? Like new person comes in, they want to change it all instead of assessing what is working and what isn't working, or if it's not working, it's like reinvent the wheel energy. So my answer to that question is, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Part of me, based on these conversations, to be rather transparent, is I may simply just make DTF a every department thing and run it like this, except now the marshals are involved. You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't matter if you're a damn marshal or a deputy or an officer, anyone can work on a case. Just keep each other appraised and have a command oversight. Simple, easy done. You know what I mean? Anything more complicated than that, and I think it's like, we're not at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does it even need to be like a task force? Like, can't we just have a role of detective as a cert or rank, and people just follow an SOP if you choose to be a detective or get that cert or rank?
I think that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is like, so the danger that I tried to stray away from is, this is less aimed at you two, but knowing there are people that cert hunt, and some people that are good detectives holding it above other people's head. Like, I'm a detective, I'm going to do everything. And then that can create animosity. So I was trying to avoid classing people. You know what I mean? Because for all the good, there's also the bad, because we're in San Andreas. However, I think the general concept that you're noting is kind of what I'm leaning towards. But some of it is in the air because I don't know what... I'm pretty sure BCSO will continue to do BCSO, right? Whether it's DTF or whatever. However, with some of the politics that are happening, I'm being a little cautious. You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of a strange situation because it's like a lot of it stems from, we don't know what's going on, says LSPD, or says Pred, but he's also actively not updating the case board because he doesn't believe in it. So I tried to give him some sense, but I think if I'm going to be genuine about it, he's mostly thinking about himself and not how his department can function. Does that make sense? So if he doesn't immediately see it, he thinks it's not occurring. When he's provided a means how to, and I don't, this isn't me saying like, fuck Pred. I'm just saying I got to find a way to navigate those waters given that they're a little shaky again. So, I'd say generally speaking, let's not think too much about it and let's see what happens in the next coming days. Hopefully the waters just, doesn't get too shaky. You know what I mean?
So
I don't know.
if you leave, like what do you want to happen with like detectives in the BCSO?
I'd like to hear what
you're kind of like the leader.
I'd say. I want to hear from like Frost and Angel what they want to do. Because at that stage, I'm gonna help wherever I can. Right. Like, I'm not going to stop working with you guys. I don't think our general demeanor is going to change, if I'm going to be honest. Difference is I'm going to be wearing something else. I'm still going to be responding to cases, patrols coming back in the marshal. I think the main difference is I'm going to be wearing something different, and I don't have to go to 78s.
I mean,
that's pretty much what I'm making the marshals. I'm going to be honest.
You're missing out on all the fun.
Well, no, but I don't have to, right? That's literally my mandate is going to be, hey, you pretty much are a state cop that does not need to go to 78s. It's like an option. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's it, So
if you become marshal director, can you get the marshals to not walk around in like baggy t-shirts and hoodies?
There will be a standard, yes. If there's going to be a patrol standard. So similar to, we've got the SOPs for, you can wear a certain thing if you're like only arriving on a code 4 scene. Code 4 scene, I'm like okay with if you're clearly marked. But if you're patrolling going to 78s, you best be like recognizable in standard uniform. In some form of standard uniform. You know what I mean? Like a vest and shit that you're not going to die in. So.
I don't know. It irked me when I see any kind of uniform, whether it's like.
Oh, I know. You saw Ellen in the skirt and you texted me. Like, what the fuck she doing?
She saw Marshall earlier and she fucking lost her fucking mind.
He was wearing like a baggy white t-shirt with like a hoodie in it and then just some blue pants and Converse. If he took his marshal vest off, he would look like any regular person.
He'd fit in right down on Grove.
It's gonna be like transparently a big part of my initial task is to figure out what the fuck they've been doing. I'm gonna be honest. Because I've heard them say, oh yeah, this case, that's my case. And I'm like, and I'm not saying this like in a mean way to them, is what that means to me is very different what they may believe it to mean simply because their standards and objectives have been so different. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because I haven't seen them go to court before. I don't even know if they have in the last 6 months.
Well, they had that weapons trafficking thing, but other than that, I don't really think so.
Which one was that?
When fucking Gunnar Kane was brought up for weapons trafficking shit.
Oh, you mean as defense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really yeah.
Being in court for.
So, and then I got to play that political game where I'm like, some of these people may not actually fuck with the new vision, which is fine. I'm building what my goal is the marshals are going to be the people that you rely on when there is a case, right? So, and not in a means by which it's like, hey, that's ours now. You know, I don't want to fuck with that shit. But rather
empowering kind of thing.
You want them there, right? Because of what you've seen them do. And because the majority of law enforcement is not going to write subpoenas, is not going to care about something beyond the first couple hours, right? Is not going to care beyond the pogs. And if there is a dedicated department that is so addicted to that shit that, you know, it's not only a I want people to look at it like a resource. You know what I mean? I don't know where to go from here. Okay, well, we'll help set a goal. You know what I mean? Like a goal that is achievable. So anyways, it's kind of like pie in the sky. See how it actually executes. I don't want like motherfuckers walking around like I'm a marshal. Look at my vest. That shit to me is cringe. You know what I mean?
I think in a dream like scenario, the marshals, what I would like them to be is like, you know, the fucking, what do you call it, fire starters case. Me and Ruby were like the only people like putting a lot of work into it. I think if me and Ruby had like a marshal or two alongside us, helping with things like interrogations, and not that we can't do interrogations, but
oh
just
no,
to
100%.
have an
You need
extra pair
more
of
people.
hands.
Yeah.
Just needed more people who are like solely focused on investigating massive stuff like that. That would have been really helpful, and maybe we would have had the stuff in court that we needed, like the fucking fingerprint timeline and just anything else that would have maybe swayed that case in another direction.
That's exactly how I see it, right? Like even this last Friday case, I was so burnt out from all the work because I'm not even kidding. No one was capable other than like Rocker, and I don't even remember. Like there were so many incapable people, didn't even fucking DNA. I take like anything, like it's like it's so scary, right? But when that shit goes down, like Marshall be like on that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. This is gonna sound really, it's gonna sound really stupid, but like you should be able to be like, yo, you guys got to get here. Hey, not fucking bombing, and you're calling because you're like, oh shit, I'm calling paperwork squad. You know what I mean? And it's not there to be like, yo, we're gonna take your shit. It's gonna be like, we're here to work together. You know what I mean? So like you said, like this Friday situation, we only got to interrogate Cuddles and Brandon, not because we didn't want to do and even Brandon was yesterday. It took like damn near 5 days. It's not because we didn't want to do it. It's because there's just not enough time. You know what I mean? And with more hands, there can be more time. You know what I mean? Take turns interrogating. So, you know, split the work. So, anyways,
I can't wait to call in paperwork squad.
I think it's me sick.
That shit'll be handy as hell. Hey, Brian, these terrorists are over here. I don't want to fucking deal with this. I want to
be like, yo, here's some keys to an APC, bang. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot. There's all those.
I'm already tank trained too.
We're gonna have to wash down the APCs though.
Yeah, Gunner's been doing some crazy shit in those.
What?
Oh yeah, tell her, bang.
Gunner brought a fucking date out into the middle of the water in an APC, and they were out there for a couple of hours. what the fuck can you be doing in an APC that you need to reload for a couple of hours? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That thing's only got like 12 shots, but I believe it had 13 shots that day.
All right.
Oh my god.
Remind me again where he came from. Who is Connor Kane? How do we find him?
Good explaining. Unique.
Yep.
Well, I hope if you do get it, Brian, that it's, you know, it turns out to be what you want it to be, and that things
Well,
can work in unison together.
yep. That's gonna be a goal. I mean, Angel and Frost got my support, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If only BCSO works with the marshals, it's gonna be no different than if the LSPD do as well. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I fuck with a lot of people in there, but that department is so poorly managed, it's insane.
Listen, they're still trying to figure out raids, okay? So they'll need your help eventually.
Oh my god! Holy fuck! I would find it so demeaning if I was a senior or a regular officer and they're like, you can't do this yet because your command is asleep. Like, holy fuck, that'd be bad.
You gotta wait for Maxwell to wake up.
Oh my god.
Thank God you fucking shut that shit down.
Yeah, I did tell Pratt, I'm like, listen, brother, if you start coming at us like that, you know how I'm gonna come at you, and that ain't gonna be good. Like, I'm not, afraid of paperwork. You know what I mean? If Ruth pissed him off, just imagine what, like, you know what I'm saying? He did admit that he was, how do I put it? I don't remember. He said a lot of things like, I do, he pretty much admitted that he was like trying to find someone else to blame, because he knows he's going to get sued. But, so at least he's honest about it. All right. Well, I'm going to go ride with Maxwell. Just keep in mind, it's Stir Friday for me. So,
all right. I fucking told you that's what he was trying to do. He was fucking trying to get us to pay for some of that shit.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of the blame.
Yeah. Fucking asshole.
That fucking son of a
bitch. They're hiring more people. They're doing a job fair today.
Why do we need more people? We got 50 people on duty. How about we fix the people that we have on duty before we hire a little bit more?
That's exactly it. It's like right now, it's diluting the. Oh my God. That's going to be even more people shooting without. I don't even want to think about it.
It's going to be a lot of marshal work.
Yep. Oh no. Police shitting on God?